Hello, and welcome back to this audio journal that I call a podcast. Let me turn the air down for you and let me buckle my seatbelt. I just having a terrible low energy day. It wasn't a bad day, really. I just didn't have much energy. Like just like the lack of sleep after the movies really kind of like put a damper on everything, and then going to the gym and not getting coffee. I didn't play much video games. That's good, because sometimes I'll just sit there and just play for way too long, and you become unproductive doing that, and you miss work and whatnot. And but I didn't feel like I missed anything. I didn't miss work today. I didn't miss anything for taking a nap for about I don't know, 3 hours. Uh, because you know, yeah, maybe I could have studied some Linux, but uh, I could do that tomorrow. I could do that. I probably can't. I should squeeze it in Friday, but I'm working. I call a double dip, where I go out for lunchtime and DoorDash, then come home and take take some time. I probably uh, do a little bit of Linux study after that, uh, and then go back out uh, and take some deliveries at around 4. Probably usually go to 4 to 9. Today I was just going off on these far off deliveries. A lot of them were high paying, so that's good. But I only took 5 today. Uh, yeah, it's kind of typical of Wednesday, where where I only take 5 deliveries, and I don't get that much deliveries on Wednesdays or whatever, uh, because it's kind of I take Tuesday off, so I'm coming off some rest, and I got work the next 4 days after that. So yeah, so I work Thursday, Friday. I do a short shift. I'm gonna do a short shift Saturday morning, and then I do a Sunday night shift after I have dinner with my dad. And after I have dinner with my dad, uh, uh, I go home, and then Monday. Well, actually, it's actually 5 days straight, and then Monday I work 4 to 9. So, yeah, it's just the thing. I'm at this point where it's I don't want to do it anymore, and I actually want to put the skills that I used my father's money to acquire into profitable skills. I took Linux classes in technical school, and I was pretty close to getting the Linux certification from the technical school. And just life kind of with work demands and whatnot, and health problems that I was going through. I was having a lot of health problems at the time, I don't really want to go into the nature of the health problems I have. But yeah, I was having a lot of health problems at the time, and I needed to take some time away from school, focus on getting healthy, and then I needed to get a job like DoorDash that could align with my health problems. Yeah, so I needed to do a whole bunch of stuff. Anyways, yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. I've had a headache for most of the day, and I feel better now. Uh, I just wish I could have made more money or took more deliveries. That would have been a lot better. But not every day is going to be the best day ever. Some days are going to be bad. And, this too shall pass, I guess. So, not exactly the most comforting thing when you're having good times and they go, this too shall pass. I guess that says, hey, enjoy it while it lasts. But it's very comforting when it's like, oh, bad times, this too shall pass. And, good times are potentially right around the corner. Gonna turn on the defroster. Raining in here. The weather's been really passive aggressive today. When I went to the gym this morning, it was like pretty warm. Take a nap, wake up from the nap, and I go, let me check the weather, and I go, oh, it's drizzling outside, it's overcast. What happened? And it wasn't the best day to be driving around in the rain. It's not raining right now, but sorry, I got a sweet tea from Wendy's and kind of enjoying it. Need to stop with the bad food, because this is like 2 days in a row where it's just been nothing but like bad, like salty food. I feel like you go to like a drive-through like I saw this like training video of this guy like salting fries at McDonald's in like the McDonald's drive-through, and the manager comes up to him and he goes, oh, you just over-salted all those orders of fries. And that made me think, how salty would that have to be if he over-salted fries at McDonald's? Like, that's crazy to me. Like, because, like, McDonald's, like, I like to get a McDouble with just I like to get 2 McDoubles with just ketchup from McDonald's, and like the McDouble patty essentially it tastes like you're just eating salt, like it's that salty. And I luckily don't go to McDonald's, however, that much anymore. However, this Wendy's I just had was very salt. Like, the fries were way too salty. Way too salty. Yeah, I need to clean up my diet real good. I've fallen into a funk of unhealthy habits. I was gonna double dip tomorrow potentially because I'm kind of behind on my DoorDash quota, but it seems as though I feel like I really need to get back into the gym, and so I'm gonna try and get back into the gym. And tomorrow I'm gonna try and eat healthy. Friday I'm gonna try and fast until church on Saturday to see how that helps me with my dietary changes. Mainly because I think I think a good fast will help me. But I also want to. I'm afraid of it, honestly, because like I'm a big guy and like I feel like fasting and going to the gym and pumping iron, or going to the gym and getting on the treadmill and rucking. I feel like that's going to be a recipe for disaster, and you're gonna pass out or whatever. So I also feel like I need to eat clean. So I really don't have the time to go to the gym on Friday because I need to work the full time that I've scheduled to work. So 11 to 1, that's 11, 12. That's like 2 hours. And then I've scheduled myself for 5 hours. So I need to work the 7 hours that I've scheduled myself on Friday. And in between that time, like, I think it's just not, I don't think it's a good idea to go work, and then after work go to the gym, get all sweaty, then because like I won't have time to like shower and get clean and go back out to work, and you know, that's gonna suck, just being all sweaty at work. And part of this is there's a location of my gym in the area that I DoorDash, but like I'm not the biggest fan of that location because like that location has a lot more like high school kids, and the high school kids, they're not the best of keeping the locker room clean, like cleaning up after themselves in the locker room and stuff like that, and they just kind of like linger on like machines and linger on areas where they like benches and stuff, like where you would bench press or something, and it's frustrating at times. Like, I don't even know how I was able to use the pectoral fly machine that doubles as a rear deltoid machine, because there's always some high school kids just using it and like just doing a set and lingering on it and like whenever I'm using it, someone will come up to me and they go, "Hey, can I use this? And hey, how many sets you have?" And I like usually go, "Dude, you can work in, man. I don't care, because I know how annoying it is to wait for this machine. So go ahead and work in." And a lot of people do it. A lot of the high school kids do it. But at the good location, but sometimes people are like, oh no, I'll just wait, and they'll just kind of like stand there and watch you and your rest periods and whatnot. Sorry, taking a drink. And that always like makes me feel awkward. Yeah. However, the layout of the gym in the area I like to DoorDash is nice. Like, it used to be a Gold's gym, so like the floor for weightlifting is superb. However, once again, the clientele is largely high school kids, so it's not exactly my scene, because they don't take care of the they don't clean up after themselves in the locker room. Looks like the sun's going down, so this once again is another honest to goodness night drive ramble. Yeah, I know I've talked about him in a lot of episodes, but like he's kind of like hard to rectify in my life, as a person in my life now, just simply because of the sexual comments he made about about who I presume is a teenage girl at the movie theater the other day. I think it was last night, actually, so there's that. I asked the gentleman of earthly desires today, because I like hypothetical questions. I asked the gentleman of earthly desires today, what would you change? What one thing would you change about your life that you think would make your life better right now? Just because I wanted to know, and because like I'm for the most part not roasting him. I mean, I might roast him in the future, because like he can be quite annoying and test my patience. But for the most part, I haven't been roasting him. Anyways, he comes back later and he goes, I guess I would have gone down on my first girlfriend more. One thing is, I don't believe he's had a honest to goodness girlfriend. In all honesty, he just like his energy doesn't seem like the kind of guy that knows what a relationship is like. Also, he kind of plays games of emotional manipulation. So I don't think women would put up, a lot of women wouldn't put up with that for very long in the dating thing. So, I just don't see it. But anyways, like, and then my roommate, because this is in a group chat, my roommate asks him, do you think that would have fortified you to be giving more oral sex, to enjoy giving women oral sex? And then he like kind of ignored it, but then he said he has this catchphrase of when you ask him something that's kind of uncomfortable, or kind of backs him into a wall where he has to like be honest about like his perverted nature or something like that. And he said and so I added in, do you think if you went back in time and gave your first girlfriend oral sex. He's asking if you went back in time and gave your first girlfriend oral sex, would that have made you a more generous lover? And he just kind of ignored that. Going off on this, we will be discussing sex really quickly here. The gentleman of earthly desires, for those people that want to know about sex, like are interested in his view of sex. The gentleman of earthly desires just sounds like having sex with him is very, very boring for the woman, because he likes to be on bottom and they ride him, as he says. And to me, that just seems very boring. Like, as a man that has thought about sex, and I still think about sex, I try to think about it less and less. And luckily, sexual thoughts have become easier to bat away from me. I never viewed it that way. I never went like, yeah, and she rides me the whole time. But that's pretty much all he wants. He just wants them to give him an orgasm. And so, like, we kind of go, yeah, we kind of go, and so why would women, like, so you're a boring F, I said before I was Christian. So I was like, a lot of women are going to think that's boring and they won't want to have sex with you. And he just doesn't comprehend that. Anyways, man, my roommate's girlfriend, she used to work with the gentleman of earthly desires, as we all did, because I met him at the pizza shop. She basically only sees his corruption. And I somewhat I see good in everybody, for the most part, like, because I do believe there's good in everybody, and that people weren't born bad. It's just that they were misguided and fell into temptations and whatnot. And that's why they're called demons, and they corrupt people. So the gentleman of earthly desires then asks if I would pick him up after my shift at work and take him to a sports bar. And he's like, it's on me. And I reply, I didn't reply, I was just ignoring him. And my roommate sticking up for me, because I just didn't want to say no. My roommate sticking up for me, he goes, he spent his day off with you. Now you want him to spend his free time after work with you? And like, my roommate was like basically trying to help me out and like kind of tell him off for me, and like him play the bad guy by telling him no. And I appreciate that. And then later, he says. Then later he texts me after he asks like a gambling question. Later he texts me do you want to go to this? He's like, so we're going to the sports bar tonight. And I said, Jason, I took you to the movie. His name's Jason, but he's just going to be the gentleman of earthly desires. I said, dude, I took you to the, I took you to the movie theater last night, and I paid for everything. Doesn't that mean anything to you? And he goes, yeah. That's why, I'll take you to, that's why I'll pay for the sports bar tonight. And I go, I'm working, man. This is not how the conversation went. I just forgot the order of things, because I told him, I'm working, and then I said the movie theater line, doesn't that count for anything? He goes, yeah, so I'll pay for your dinner after work. And I go, I told him, I just want to go home and chill. Like, it's been a rough day. To be truthfully honest with you, listener, and myself, being a Christian is very hard, and I can barely just summon the strength to finish a shift at DoorDash. Like, I can barely summon the strength to finish a DoorDash shift. Like, I was scheduled to go to 9, and I ended at 8:15 because I had just taken some really long distance deliveries, and they paid well, and I made money. That's me scooting back in my chair. That's not me breaking wind, by the way. I really don't want to go to a sports bar with the gentleman of earthly desires, because he's going to say, it's because I stopped roasting him. I know this, and I really don't feel comfortable going back to simply just roasting him and making fun of him. That's the problem. But it's simply because I'm no longer roasting him that he feels more emboldened to say these sexual comments. And it would have just burned me out to just be waited on by some woman at this sports bar, and the gentleman of earthly desires constantly making sexual comments about her. Okay, this is kind of stupid. It's a stupid thing I did back in the day. Alright, I kinda have to say this, because some people might think it's funny. I think it's stupid. It's really benign, but when we'd go to that sports bar and a girl would wait on us, this was before I was a Christian, and the few times where he'd pay, because I'd usually try to pay my own way, or pay for everybody, because if you let him pay, he's just going to use that to manipulate you to take him out to dinner or a movie another time. And it's not fun having him lord that over you. It really isn't, because like I said, he has emotionally exploitative views, or habits, where he likes to do emotional blackmail and stuff like that. And it's not funny. It's not fun. But when he would pay and a girl waited on us and she was kind of attractive, I'd be like, dude, write your phone number on the receipt. I think she likes you. Maybe she'll give you a call. And like, once again, like, they don't have to call the number. There's nothing morally wrong with him writing his number on the receipt. But, like, it was like ruining his standing in these women's eyes. And if my roommate's girlfriend were here, she would say something to the effect that he would do that anyway. And it would be hard to deny it, that he would do such a thing on his own anyway. But, I just didn't feel 100%. I don't feel 100% comfortable with that aspect of the past. It is the past. Like I said, like I can't go back and change it. I'm certainly not going to encourage him to do that thing now. But he's not a bad guy. If a guy waits on us, it's usually fine. But like, he's just got this thing for women. And like, today I asked him another question, just simply because I can't get his I can't get the sexual comments he made to he made about the woman at the movie theater out of my mind. I just had to ask. And he said, I asked him, what percentage of your thoughts are about sex? And he responded, 60%. That sounds pretty accurate. It could sound, to some people that know him, it could even sound low, because he's he exhibits really weird, like he constantly makes sexual comments. Sorry, I'm putting the air on a lower setting because it was getting a little warm. I think it was just my body heat in a small space making it warm in the car, warming up the car. Yeah, so he talks about sex a lot. Like you could say, like, come here, and like if you say the word come, as in COME, he'll laugh because he's thinking of, CUM. And like, I remember we were watching Sonic 2 in theaters, and Dr. Robotnik says to, I think, Sonic, maybe, he says, come, walk. And the instant he said come, the gentleman of earthly desires, like, chuckles, like, loud, like, and he like, he's the only person in the room or in the theater that laughed. Like, so like everybody kind of like turns and looks at him and is like, what's so funny? Like, a lot of people didn't get it, but me and my roommate who went with him both got it. And yeah, he like he And we asked him what was the favorite part of the movie. He goes, when they said come. And I was like, come on, dude. And, yeah. I don't know why that always gets him, but it's like we saw Karate Kid, okay? We saw Karate Kid, and, there's a part where they're at the, Kung Fu school in, Beijing, China. Sorry for drawing a blank there. And one of the like movements is they go jacket on, jacket off, like putting a jacket on and then taking a jacket off. Well, when they did that, he would just laugh. Like he would laugh uncontrollably because jacket as in something you wear. He was thinking as jack and it off. So, a masturbation joke. And, like, I just, like, obviously, it's obvious that the gentleman of earthly desires, has a stunted development. Or, an arrested development, and he's not as mature as somebody else his age. But I've met plenty of people that have like stunted developments that just do not have this overt obsession with sex. And it's just like so it's so frustrating because it's like, oh, I'm a porn addict. Like I was like addicted to porn. I struggled with sexual thoughts. I fetishized things, and it made me grossly unhappy. It feels like those years of being addicted to pornography are in a void somewhere, and that I had been encapsulated in a void of unhappiness, and now I'm out and I'm not necessarily happy, but I'm in a world where happiness can be found, yet I don't know where it is, because I've been in the void too long. And at sometimes I try to tell myself I'm too broken, but you're never too broken. Like if you don't want Jesus involved, fine, be that way. I'm not going to judge you. I'm just saying that because of me finding faith, I kind of feel like I finally have a compass that can direct me to happiness. When I hear this obsession with sex and all this stuff that the gentleman of earthly desires has, it feels like it's interfering with that compass. I can't obviously I'll sometimes be in the store, or I'll be laying in bed trying to get up out of bed, and a sexual thought will cross my mind, and I'll take my I'll do my best to take my mind off of it. Uh, and that's it. Like, so uh but sorry, I had to defrost because now there's a bunch of condensation coming up and whatnot. uh but yeah, so now but like when you're like hanging out with someone that's so deeply obsessed with sex, and you have a problem with just like this pornography addiction, an inherent sexual problem, you've you kind of feel like downtrodden because you go, am I that corrupted? And I don't think I am that corrupted. I haven't even of course I've the thought of loading up pornography has crossed my mind, but with prayer, I'm defeating it, and with prayer, I feel stronger mentally every day. I feel stronger spiritually. I should say, mentally. Mentally, I don't know if I'm well, because like this to me is like for my emotional health. Um, Tomorrow, I'm gonna do some recordings. Probably, probably just two. Um, Potentially three. It's you know, it's just something I want to do. I'm not really gonna obsess on how long the recordings are or anything like that. If they're long, they're long. If they're short, if they're shorter than if they're the short ones that I've been having lately, they're the short ones that I've been having lately. I don't mind as long as they're made, and as long as I reap the emotional benefits from them. I'm happy. Tomorrow, my cat's looking at me from out the window. I can see her. She's a big old fat tabby. She's a cutie patootie. Um, so tomorrow, I'm gonna try my best to not talk about the gentleman of earthly desires. And I'm gonna try my best to talk about something more compelling. Like, I'm gonna try and talk about spirituality less. Like, there are some people that I believe, I do believe it's important to talk about spirituality, but there's people more suited to talk about spirituality, than I am. So I'm gonna try and uh, like talk about it a little less. I mean, I'm a spiritual person, so it's gonna come up, but I don't want to make somebody that doesn't feel comfortable with Christianity, because like I've said, there have been bad Christians that were judgmental, and the fire and brimstone thing. There have been Christians that said that are like that, and I can understand why people would be uncomfortable with Christianity. Like, so, I don't. I want to. I think it's best for me to be an honest person, be a caring person, and be an accepting person, to make people see the good in Christianity, rather than recite Bible verses and and uh, preach to you constantly. Even though I haven't, I don't think I've really been that preachy. I've just been talking about my own spiritual journey. Like if you're, I just want people to be good. If they're good for Jesus, uh, great. Uh, but if they're just good people that don't hurt people, that don't steal from people, that don't kill people, or and don't objectify people, and respect the dignity of other people, um, that's a great win, and I'll take it all day. Uh, to say basketball terminology, people being good and coming to Christ is a 3-pointer, but people just being good in general is 2 points, and 2 points is points on the board. Anyways, uh, I think I have to upload all the videos I've recorded today to my channel, so I'm gonna be doing that, and I'm probably gonna record 2 or 3 videos, or 2 or 3 installments. I don't know why I'm calling them videos. Tomorrow, and tomorrow I'm going to try and talk about something else other than my frustrations with with the gentleman of earthly desires behavior. Um, but at long last, if you listen to this, thank you.